All right. Thank you, my bro, for being with me. Why don't you introduce yourself to our audience, and we'll go from there.
Hello, everybody. Before I say anything, thank you to Matt and Malanowski for giving me the opportunity to do this interview. I'm Jonathan Shillingford. I'm a third-year student at Manhattan School of Music. I'm a trumpet player, aspiring improviser, and I'm really in love with the music of improvising and uh, jazz or Black American music or whatever you want to call it. Everything that involves this music. I'm about it. I'm about this life.
Yeah, right on, man. Right on. Well, I'm so happy that you're here with me, and thank you. Thank you
Hmm.
for doing this. I mean, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
It's an absolute pleasure. Okay, so
pleasure's all mine.
I want to know, uh, like, this is going to be hard because we're both jazz musicians, and this is a tough
Hmm.
question. But what is jazz to you? What do you think about? What does it make you feel? What is it? What is its embodiment to you?
Well, jazz to me is definitely more than a music. It's more of a lifestyle for me, and I know it is for many other musicians around the world. Jazz to me is definitely, when I say a lifestyle, meaning that every day that I wake up, it's a system to be better. Every day that you put time into learning music, putting time into being your horn is all about being a better human being. You get to
Yeah,
see progress even in little tiny increments, like every single day that you put in work, you get that result back. In jazz, Black American music, improvisation has definitely been a catalyst in making me a better human being.
beautiful.
Definitely some of the masters that we both check out.
Yeah.
From
Oh
Duke
yeah.
Ellington to Count Basie to Ron Carter. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. These masters have definitely laid the groundwork for being better human beings and better musicians in today's day and age. From back then to today, they've laid the groundwork for
Yeah.
being a better musician. So jazz has definitely given me the opportunity to be a better musician, a better person, a better human being, to share my gift
Beautiful.
via music, you
Yes,
know.
sir. Yeah, I resonate with how you connected to the bettering of us as humans. Because it really is.
Hmm.
It's a humbling experience to be an improviser and a creator, right? And to kind of
Yeah.
have like so much at your leisure and be able to create something out of just so much information that's yours and you as a musician, right? And as an
Yeah.
artist, and just an
Hmm.
embodiment of presence. That's beautiful, man.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. All right, so I got another question for you. So now this one's maybe a little abstract, but I'm so curious to hear what you're going to say. So,
Hmm.
how would you describe jazz using one of the five senses outside of like hearing and listening, the usual way that we intake music, right? How would you describe it?
Yeah. So when I saw this question, I was like, man, like, how do you describe music other than sound? Because it's mainly listening.
Yeah.
But I would definitely, the sense that I wanted to go with is definitely sight, because from the time that I started playing this music, even before jazz, when I was in uh, symphony orchestras and playing in brass ensembles, I saw every single ethnicity, race, sex playing this music, playing any type of music, and there was no type of boundary.
Yeah.
Like, most of the times that I play with my eyes closed. But when I am playing with my eyes open, you get to see people from different backgrounds expressing
Yeah.
themselves despite what bias they come from,
Totally.
where they come from, and you get to see these kinds of things. I mean, like going to a school like MSM, or the high school that I went to, or the middle school that I went to, you get to see people from different type of backgrounds just showing what they can do and
Yeah.
saying what they have to say. So the sense that I'd go with is definitely sight, because I mean, we're both blessed to have the sense of sight. Not everyone can see.
Yeah.
There are blind people in the world, but
Very true.
being blessed to see these types of uh, parties. I
Yeah.
mean, when we're playing on stage, I think of it as a party. I'm not thinking of it as like, oh yeah, there's this white cat, there's this Hispanic cat, there's this,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
mainly all just people just coming together no
Yeah.
matter what background, no matter what they believe in, just coming together
Beautiful.
to just create. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's the most important thing, is be able to create and see the creation, being able to see different people of different backgrounds on stage or on a record, and being able to identify with that. Like, yeah, that person may not look like me, or that person may not believe the same thing that I believe in, but
Mm.
like we can still resonate with the
Yeah.
same thing, and being able to see that is the most beautiful thing, and
Ah,
it removes so much of the bias that we have in today's day and age.
totally,
So
man.
that's the sense that I go with sight.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic. I mean, I totally agree with you. I think that, like, people like coin this phrase that it's a universal language, right? But it's like, it's more than that. It's a universal community. It allows an open door to any person. Whether they're partaking in the music or listening to the music. It's just this constant energy that everybody's a part of when we're in that moment of making music together, right? And yeah, you're right. To see that, to feel that in any capacity is just like, I don't know. It's mind-boggling.
Yep.
It's like goosebumps worthy,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I mean,
Beautiful. Yeah.
when you go to a concert and you see a program and you see people with different names and you don't really know how to pronounce these names, or you see people with different backgrounds, different skin
Yeah.
colors, different sexes, different races,
Yeah.
all these things, being able to come together and remove all that bias and to just come together and just create is one
Yeah.
of the beautiful things that I feel that our music, that the music that we play,
Yeah.
is definitely like, I mean, it's biased for me to say that jazz is one of the most beautiful art forms other than the other art forms, but
No, say it though, bro. This is the platform. I want you to express that. That.
but I feel that our art is definitely an embodiment of
Yeah.
removing the bias. I mean, if you think about one of my favorite composers, Billy Strayhorn. Billy Strayhorn was an openly gay man,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. You're
know,
right. Yeah.
and being able to collaborate with so many different musicians from so many different backgrounds,
Yeah.
is the most beautiful thing. And for the time that he was living in, that
Oh
speaks
yeah.
a lot. It says so many volumes. And
Yeah.
I
The
feel like
courage, right?
courage
Yeah.
and bravery. And I feel
Yeah.
that in today's day and age, we need to improve on that. We need to just continuously improve on what these masters have laid the
Yeah.
groundwork for us to improve on.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, I thank you for your responses, beautiful
Hmm.
responses, and thank you for taking part and being here with us, man. Really,
Yeah,
it's an
man.
absolute pleasure. Absolute
Man.
pleasure.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine.